usually a half a day thing at preschool or even daycare. But then when you go to a certain level, you have to go to kindergarten. And you'll learn how to do things like read and write and spell. Then from that you go to elementary school, which is 1 through 5th, some places 1 through 6th grade. From that point, you go ahead and you go to middle school, which is 7th, 8th, and 9th. Some places it's 6th, 7th, and 8th. Then you go to high school. And after you reach high school, you get a chance to graduate. And from that point on, you can do graduate classes, go to a college, a university, and excel your education to another level. That's what we've got to do inside of ourselves spiritually in order to reach an echelon of greatness that we're supposed to be going to. When you become into the light and you walk in the light, when you decide that you're going to do great things because it's called upon you and the gifts you have will make you great, you have got to graduate. You can no longer stay on that level of childness, of kidness. You got to understand that when you get from the point where you can tie your shoes, it's time to start doing other things. When you get to the point where you can break the cracker on the line or open up the milk on the line in the front where it's supposed to be opened up, or or you can get to a point where you can say ABC. Then you go to the point of learning different languages, learning how to put those ABCs together into words, then learning how to put those words into sentences, then learning to put those sentences into paragraphs, and so forth and so on. A lot of us are staying stagnant where we're at because we're not understanding that it's time for graduation. It's time to graduate. We cannot stay the same and stay in the same place all times. Graduation is necessary. You'll never see a person who has never passed kindergarten in 7th grade. You'll never see a kid who's never learned the ABCs in college. It doesn't work that way. There's levels to this. There's levels to development. There's levels to spiritual. When you connect and become one with God, when you become one with your Christ-likeness, when you become one with your walk and your path that is placed upon you to show you the gifts you have, you will be taught different levels of spirituality. You will be in contact and taught different levels of maturity and mentality, because you cannot teach or do things with an elementary type of mind. You can't do college things with elementary type of mind. There's a reason those kids, when they graduate high school, they throw those caps in their hair. There's a reason there's a commencement ceremony. It's because they have passed the test and the level to where they had to be for that time in their life. Now, some of them choose not to go to college afterwards. Some of them choose to go into the working force. Whatever God had to be, so be it. But there are some of those who choose to excel to another level. And able to do that, you have to become one with yourself and one with God to understand that this thing is a walk that is very important, it's very necessary. Graduation is necessary. It says in the Word that once you become a newness in Christ, a newness on your walk, all childish things are placed aside. I eat meat now. I didn't just drink milk, I eat meat now. I'm moving to another level. I have to be placed upon that level in order for me to help those who need me below that level. For those who have given great things, who have given great responsibility, who have given great worthiness, you have got to understand that you have got to put in more work than anybody else. That's the thing that was getting at me and eating me up. Y'all don't seem to get this coming from me, because it's something that I had to struggle with. When I come before you and give you these topics and speak on these things, yes, I'm a godly man, but y'all know I got the same struggle somebody else has. You know what the difference is? The difference is I put all faith and trust in God. I put all faith and trust in Him that He has given me these gifts and these crafts to come before you, and that He will take care of me. He's not a genie. He's not a bank. He's not an ATM. He has placed a gift inside of me that He will get the best out of. And in that return, I'll become prosperous. Not just, and when everybody hear prosperity and think of wealth, it's not just prosperity and wealth, it's prosperity and wisdom, and prosperity in spirit, prosperity in health. He will guide you and keep you and hold you the way you need to be held and kept. But we first have to understand that we have to graduate to a level that we can understand that He's the one doing it for us. It's not nothing we're doing. It's nothing we're doing. You can sit down right now and you can write a paper. Sit down and give a topic to a kindergarten and give a topic to a grown person that's graduated college. Watch the difference in the paper. You'll say, well, that's obvious. Yeah, it's obvious, but to some people, they still don't get it and let it click in. A kindergartner is not going to understand the subject some of the times in the first place. And then when they do, they don't have enough knowledge or wisdom to take those letters A, B, C, and D to write sentences and conjunct them together to make a subject in a paragraph. On the other hand, the person in college has been through this. They understand what the assignment is, and hey, I get the assignment. They understand it. They sit down, they take the ABCs, which they've learned to put into words, which they've learned to put into sentences with conjunctions, and put them together to make a paragraph. They learn about the spacing, learn about all those things they need to finish that assignment. And that assignment is done, it's glorious. And what is the prize for that? They get an A or a B. They get a grade on that, and that grade goes into the rest of what they're doing, and that is what pushes you to getting a PhD, a degree, a bachelor's, a master's, to go to the next level, what you want to do for the rest of your life. Y'all, that's how everything in life is. It's time to start graduating. We can't sit back stagnant, keep wanting to be in kindergarten and preschool and daycare, but wanting to have the benefits of a graduate from college, the benefits of the graduate from high school, the benefits of a junior high student. Life does not work that way. You've got to get up and graduate. Stop sitting at the little kids' table. It's time to get up and go to the grown people's table. It's time to get up and understand that when God calls you to do something, you've got to make the choice. We're one of the few creatures that He gave that ability to know right from wrong, yes or no, to give the choice of you want to do that or not do that. But be it known that no matter what you do, He's going to get every last bit of glory out of it. Coming before you. Even this process, the graduate process, when I first started, I was doing comedy on social media. Little shorts and skits and reels. I went from that to producing a comedy show on YouTube, where I was getting like a couple of minutes where I was manipulating the camera and doing slicing and dicing and understanding different angles and lights and things. Went from that, just getting in front of you speaking on live. Went from that to doing this, to making videos, chopping them up, putting where they had to go, adding words to them, adding music to them, so that I can get the point across to people of how great God was, of how great God is. And that process was not something I did on my own. Now, I might have thought I was going through those grades and those levels of doing this on my own, but it was never me. I was just a vessel being used to put the word out here, to encourage people, to motivate people. Motivational muscle, that's where it came from. Motivational muscle came from the fact that I graduated from being just a regular person, from just being ordinary to extraordinary. So make sure that you're out here living and doing the best you can in life, but let God guide you and help you. And trust me, trust you me, He will help you with that graduation.